you psychic? I personally believe everyone's a little bit in different ways, but let's see how it is for you. Oh, this is interesting. Wow. I feel like I'm almost getting like, I feel like you have the potential to be. It's just when you're stressed, it blocks your abilities. And when you get kind of stuck up in your head, it blocks your abilities. I think that I'm gonna get with this outcome, the Hermit. I'm definitely getting a yes, because this is a total old soul card, and I feel like you are able to have this inner knowing. So you are a psychic, but the best way to kind of develop those abilities is when you're literally by yourself. Like, you know, it used to be, you know, a monk could go and meditate in a cave in a mountain for like months. And I feel like you need that. Society these days doesn't really allow for that. But I think the more time you have quiet, alone, solitude, that's when you're really able to tap into that. When there's loads of drama, when people upset you emotionally and they leave you, when you're trying just to get your head together straight, when you're trying just to make sure you have enough food on the table, when there's so much drama and conflict with other people in your life, that can kind of shut you down, that can make you feel super unstable. You need to also have a home, like just somewhere stable, right? If you're having to like move from place to place or get a different job, or your friendship group just keeps changing, and all of that movement makes it really unsettled, you need that quiet solitude, stillness. And I would say 100% you do, and you've had this for many lives as well. Let's get clarification on the outcome here. I feel like if you were to really reflect in your life, and especially when you were a child, you might realize that there were moments where there were things that you just kind of knew. If you were to really think about it, or yeah, when you were a child, I feel like it was a lot, you were able to have those moments. There are a certain amount of moments where you did, were able to kind of foresee the future in a way, or just kind of know things. When you're relaxed, and okay, it's when you're not trying. If you're sitting there and you're like, oh my gosh, like I need to figure out the future, it won't happen. It happens when you're relaxed and you're absolutely not expecting it, and it might just be something you kind of just say offhandedly to a friend, for example, like one of those Freudian slips. Let's get more advice about psychic abilities. And you have to be like really calm and balanced, and also not have an emotional attachment to it. So for example, that's why a lot of people who are psychic are better at reading for others rather than themselves, because it's easy for psychics to be unbiased with others, but when it comes to our own lives, it's really difficult because we're super biased and we want things to be a certain way. But you have to have an emotional unattachment. So it might be easier for you at the start to, you know, tell the future or give psychic insight to people who you don't really know, that it may be strangers over your friends and things like that. Also, for some of you, if you have a few drinks in you, I feel like, I'm not trying to condone anything, right? But I feel like if you have a few drinks in you, it also might just allow you to kind of relax and flow. I'm not saying to do that. I'm just saying it's something you might notice. Okay, one more advice card about psychic abilities. Yeah, I also feel like when you're kind of in touch with your emotions, that will also really help your psychic abilities.